Hey team, today I wanted to talk to you all about Shakeology. So yes, this is going to be my Shakeology testimonial. And for those of you that don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you, just message me, look it up. I'll be more than happy to share it with you. For those of you that do know what it is and you're like, whatever, I encourage you, just listen to it because it's just a story, and who doesn't like hearing stories? So hear a story with me. Be just as skeptical as I was, because you know what? When I first heard about Shakeology, I was probably the most skeptical person in the world. So here's my story with Shakeology. When I first encountered it, I didn't really even know what it was, and it wasn't even about Shakeology. I went to Orange County down in Southern California, and I was going to a 3-day all-star instructor training to work on my teaching skills. Now the first day we did 8 hours of non-stop turbo kick. I mean 8 hours straight, non-stop turbo kick. Well, you can imagine 8 hours of working out. The next morning my body probably wasn't as limber, as mobile as what it would have been if I hadn't done 8 hours of turbo kick. Well, by the end of the second day, so the second day, it's another full 8 hours of turbo kick. It's another full 8 hours of turbo kick. And the second day concluded, by the end of the second day, I'm looking at my sock, I'm looking at the bottom of my foot. There is no skin on the bottom of my foot. It has been completely rubbed off. There's blood coming out of my sock because there's no more skin on the bottom of my foot. My body is literally just deteriorating and falling apart. And I remember this, and I just remember, oh my gosh, I'm literally just gonna fall apart tomorrow because we have to do it all again tomorrow. And I was being positive and I was being uplifting, but you could see it. You could see the 16 hours of working out wearing me down. You could see it, and someone really noticed it, and it was Holly. Holly noticed it in me, and she goes, you know what, Justyn, take this. She didn't tell me what it was. She just said, here, and she gave me a little packet, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Whatever. After 16 hours of turbo kick, no matter how many calories are in here, I'm sure I burnt it off. I can afford to drink this. So I drank it, then I went to bed. The next morning, I sprung right out of bed. I had so much energy, and I was in such a good mood. I was so positive, so happy, and that 8-hour training, despite the fact my feet had no skin on the bottom of them because that hadn't recovered yet, I was all over the place for a full another 8 hours doing turbo kick, and I felt good. And I asked Holly, what was that stuff? And she's like, oh, it was Shakeology. And she's telling me about it. And she's like, do you want to get some? I'm like, no, I don't want this stuff. I don't want this stuff. So despite even how well it worked, I was totally skeptical and I wasn't willing to buy into it. And I just went my separate way. Then I went ahead and I was back down in Southern California, and I was going to the Idea World Fitness Convention. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much 4 days of working out from 6 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the night. Working out solid. It can be cardio, weight training, yoga, whatever have you. It's non-stop workouts all the way through, even aqua classes. So I had flown a little bit early because I was going to take Holly's turbo kick class because I really liked her when I met her and I wanted to get to know her more. So I'm down there, and I'm staying with a friend, and Holly goes, oh, the gym that I teach at's not that far away. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll take your 5:30 p.m. class that day, and then the next day I'll go to Idea. Well, I borrowed my friend's bike and I decided to ride my bike to the gym. Little did I know, it's not that far away on the map. That was 7 miles of a bike ride. And I know it's not that long, but it was 7 miles of all hills. And now these weren't just any time, these were hills like this. So when you added up probably the distance with all the up and down vertical distance I covered, it was probably more about 14 miles. And I'm talking, it's not one of those ones where you can, really pedal down the downhill to get a lot of steam to just coast right up over the next hill. You're riding your brake that whole downhill, and you can smell the burning brake pads because that hill is so vertically steep. And then because you have no momentum, you're huffing and puffing the whole way up the hill. So Holly offered, she's all, I'll give you a ride back. So I took her class, and she offered, I'll give you a ride back. And we're going, she's like, you rode your bike through all of this? You rode your bike? I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I really wanted to take your class. I really want it, and I really appreciated, taking your class, and I really appreciated all the help that you've given me. And she's all, you know what? I know you have to go Idea. Here, take this. And she gives me a full giant bag of Shakeology, not just a little 1-serving packet. She gives me a full giant bag, and she goes, here, take this. This will help you through Idea. And, I'm thinking, okay, whatever. So I take it that night, and then the next morning, I'm like, woohoo, Idea, let's go. All day long, I had so much energy, and I was just able to go. And then it was at that point, I'm like, you know what? This thing's worth it. this is worth it. I've never had this much energy. I've never had this positive an outlook at life. I've never been able to do this much stuff. I've never been this not sore. I've never been this lean. I've never been this toned. This product, it works for me. It works for me. And you know what, Holly, I need this. And I told her, you know what, I need this. And that's when I started getting on board with it, and I started buying it regularly. And here's the thing, to all you haters out there who are like, you know what, Shakeology doesn't work, it doesn't work. Here's the thing, I don't care if it doesn't work. I really don't care, because you know what, it's $4 a day. $4 a day, and even if it's just a placebo effect for $4 a day, I don't know any other way that I can get such the positive outlook, such the energy, such the motivation, and the ability to do all that I do for $4 a day. Even if it's just a placebo effect, I'd gladly pay $4 to have that type of energy and motivation and all the good stuff that comes with it. So I encourage you, if you are a little skeptical about it, I'm 5 times more skeptical than you can ever be just listening to that story. So try it out, see what you think, and then $4 a day. $4 a day to really be a more positive, more energetic person. I think it's worth it.